cascade caps that you have to wear over your helmets through the first couple of weeks. I know players a lot of times don't like to change their equipment.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, if it can help, then great. It's not that big a deal. You kind of forget about it as practice goes on. I will say on tape, you know, offensive linemen are fighting to look athletic, and those don't help. So that's the biggest thing.
Well, you guys don't have bobbleheads.
Right.
Like
Yeah, it kind of
those
looks
you're
like
gonna
right,
get.
exactly. I don't know. We haven't had them when we're in full pads yet, so we'll see when we get going and start really hitting.
Zach, one thing that Mike McCarthy was talking about today is an emphasis and changing some things with cadence and more attention to that, and how it might cut down on the pre-snap penalties. Could you speak to that from an offensive lineman's perspective?
Yeah, I mean, the cadence is really the biggest advantage the offense has going into a play. So to be able to use different cadences, keep the defense off guard, not be able to just tee off all the time, that's going to be big for us. And it's something we've been evolving to and getting better at. And it's really a big point of emphasis this year is to take advantage of the different cadences that we have.
Is that something that you don't get a lot of time during the season, and so, or is that?
I would say after last year, that was kind of one of our big points of emphasis. We got to do a better job at that. Not only changing up the cadences, but also getting off on the same time. You know, when you watch a play and 3-4 guys are getting off and then one guy's a little bit behind, it really does kind of screw with the timing of the whole play. So that's been a big point for us through OTAs and coming into training camp.
Is that harder when you haven't had the same group for a prolonged period of time like you used to have here?
A little bit, but again, we've been working on it a ton. We bring it up every day, so it's something that everyone's buying into, and we know that can help us.
What do you think? How's Tyler coming along? And he was talking about how
you're gonna have to Tyler Smith.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The center's name's Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler Biotics.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
The rookie. The rookie. I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
No, he's doing a nice job. He's a worker, which first and foremost is what you need. He's got some ways to go, but he recognizes that and is trying to get better every day, which is big.
And he doesn't. You don't feel any sense of entitlement.
No, not at all.
Round. I mean, is that a healthy competition over there at left guard?
I think so, and again, that's the best thing. He came in, doesn't act like a first-round pick. Comes in, puts his head down, and works, and wants to get better. So, if you can do that, then you're on the right path.
He says he asks a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Tell me what that conversation's been like, trying to help him come along.
Yeah, no, he's been great. He's been asking me a bunch of questions, little things. He's out there playing tackle. He's talking to Tyron, so he wants to learn. He wants to get better, and again, that's huge for a young guy.
Zach, at the other end of that spectrum, Terrence was an undrafted free agent when he signed and became a regular. What do you think it is about him that's enabled him to do that?
Again, I mean, the guy is an absolute worker. He's big, strong, physical. In the run game, if you watch the tape from last year, he's the guy that really helps make our run game go. So he's come in from day one. I've said this before. I don't think people realize what he did his rookie year, how hard that was, and just his development over the last couple of years. He's put the time in the offseason, and he's shown up as the guy this year, and he's ready to go.
You're also a guy, college tackle, who came in and guard pretty quick. Can you talk about that adjustment and what was the biggest adjustment just when you're not out like that?
I think the biggest thing is it just happens really fast. Obviously there's not as much space, but guys are on top of you really quick. It's switching off games, seeing linebackers run through. It just happens really fast. So just kind of getting that timing with all that through training camp will be big for him.
Obviously it's so early right now, but just across all the years that you've done this, do you feel like you usually have a pretty good read on how good your defense is going to be based on how they play you at training camp?
I would say so. And we were talking about it earlier today. We've been able to do a couple of these 2-minute drills and kind of one-on-one pass stuff. And we haven't had the pads on for the run game, but we've got a D-line that can really get after the quarterback, and it's great work for us. When you look out there and you got Micah, DeMarcus, DA, Osa, all these guys are just rolling through. It gives all of us some great work, and they're going to be tough to deal with.
When you're historically touted, strong offensive line, when someone new comes in, do they feel any of that added pressure? Is there something about buying into the offensive line?
I don't think it's an added pressure. I know when I came in here, it was like, hey, this is the standard, and it's up to you. If you want to be here and be a part of it, you got to meet that standard. So that's something we've tried to uphold, and it makes it easy, in my opinion, for young guys to come in and do it one way. So again, Tyler's done a great job coming in and falling into place and coming to work.
Can there be any rookie hazing, or is that all kind of gone away?
We don't like to use the word hazing, but we can have some fun with them.
Haircuts or anything like that?
I don't know if we're going to do haircuts. He got up on the mic today. He sounded pretty good.
Singing?
Yeah.
Sing.
I don't know the song. No, that time will come, though.
With Dak, is anything about him going into year 7, has he been the same guy really from rookie year to now in some respects, or is there still, where have you seen that growth in him as not at the position, but as the leader of the huddle?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's always had that. Oh, sorry about that. He's always had that confidence to him, maybe when he was young, but I think he's just got a real command control of the huddle and really command of the team. He's a guy both sides of the ball look to. He's an incredible vocal leader, incredible leader by example, and he really sets the tone for our football team.
You guys good? All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Zach.